Hey everybody, welcome this wonderful morning. I'm going to start an Elder Scrolls 6 series, uh, and basically determining what's going to happen in Elder Scrolls 6. And to start off, it would be nice to know where the location would be. And I was thinking about this theory, and I was thinking three main ideas. Obviously Skyrim, Cyrodiil, and Morrowind are kind of out of the question. They've already been previously made into games. Most recent, Solstheim also is out of the question. So my three main ideas it wouldn't be just one country. It would actually be many. It would actually be multiple. So like Somerset Isles, Valenwood, and Elsewire, the whole Aldemary Dominion would be one game, and it would make perfect sense because the Empire, we would fight the Aldemary Dominion because that's what most people hate, is the Thalmor, and they would attack Thalmor in their own land, thus winning the war technically. And it's a very reasonable idea. So I wouldn't think it would just be Valenwood or Somerset Isles, and it wouldn't just be Somerset Isles because fact is, there's already been a DLC for Somerset Isles in the Oblivion game. Another idea would be Hammerfell and High Rock because they're right next to Skyrim and would kind of make sense. They're kind of similar climates and kind of makes sense because there was apparently a rumor for High Rock, not High Rock, Hammerfell DLC called Redguard. Apparently there was a rumor once. It was going to be a DLC for Skyrim, but it never came out. And I mean, basically they probably were working on one, and with that stuff already in progress and some of it already done, perhaps it could be a very big possibility that they will probably just not leave that to waste and continue with that and make Hammerfell. And also, my third possibility would be Hammerfell and Somerset Isles, but maybe even the continent, a completely different continent to the west side, which is like Yukon or something. I'm just gonna pronounce it like that, Yukon, which is to the left of Hammerfell, where the Redguard actually came from. Now the Redguard are gonna come from there, and they came from there into Hammerfell a long time ago, after the place apparently sunk. But now the place could probably be arisen somehow, and maybe it could be a possible DLC or something for the game. Who knows? But those are my biggest three ideas. The thing is, we don't know much about Black Marsh, however, because it wasn't really much represented, I guess you could say. Like, not much talked about within the lore. And I'm not going to say that it would be the next one because of it. Black Marsh, I mean, like, plus, based on people mainly like human and elven characters, that they're not going to, like, consider and, like, be as happy with Black Marsh as they would be with Hammerfell and High Rock and the other countries. So, Black Marsh is kind of out of the question. Hammerfell, however, is probably my biggest choice. I mean, some people were like, nah, Hammerfell's too close to Skyrim. Yes, but I don't see how that's such a big difference. Why that would be so different. Because just because it's so close to Skyrim, I mean, Skyrim's so close to, Cyrodiil, So, yeah, that was the next game. Thing is, Hammerfell could possibly be the next game because, Morrowind touched Cyrodiil, Cyrodiil touched Skyrim, Skyrim could touch Hammerfell, or High Rock, or maybe both. Or I could go all the way down to the Aldemary Dominion. Thing is, Hammerfell and Somerset Isles, that is actually my biggest guess. It would be both those. Because if you remember, Hammerfell broke away from the Empire and fought the Somerset Isles during the Great War, and thus hates the Thalmor. I mean, I'll get probably into the Civil War and all back lore and everything later and all. But for now, let's just keep that in mind, that the Great War would probably be the main story in the next game. Probably be the second Great War. So back to the point. The three main points overall would be all of the Aldemary Dominion, Hammerfell and High Rock, or my main choice, Hammerfell, Somerset, and probably a DLC of Uganda at the left. It's a far continent at the left. So who knows what could possibly happen there, what could possibly happen. I'll make more videos about each one in the likely storyline of each one, and I'll go into more depth with that, and we will see what happens as things arise. And with one last thing is that the MMO is covering all of Tamriel, not just Skyrim, all of Tamriel, and so we will get a visual on all the lands as well. Keep in mind the continents. Thanks for watching. Watch next week for next video.